All right, welcome back to Pinewood. So I've shrunken the towers here, and I'm about ready to hit the button on the rebuild. And the next thing I'm going to do is move all these treasuries up inside the safety of the walls. And the next thing I'm going to do is work on this pathing around the church, because I happen to know that a certain horse rider introduced in the next version will take this path up to the Lord Manor. And so I want him to path a little better around here. But this is still in the previous version, and so I'm rebuilding. But I do know for a fact that this save will work in the next version. And so the city will continue. I still have some work to do here before we start a new city. Also, next version is introducing custom maps. If you've followed their Twitter, Polymorph Games Twitter account, or Foundation Game Twitter account, you've seen mention of the new maps. And yeah, I mean, I've got all kind of ideas for a map, but we'll see what other people produce. But I'm pretty excited about that. All right, so let's get this going. Okay, so let's turn on the user interface. This is going to cost me how much? We're going to need only 87 stones and 132 in the gold, and it looks like I have all of that. So let's get that building going. And then, like I said, I want the treasury towers up. Now, this is actually a different... This is the private property, which doesn't exist anymore. So this Lord Manor is all by itself. All right, here's my combination. I've got the... I did off-list Lord's Manor instead of the other one. And I've got this little extension and a door and a bridge from the church, which worked. Just the lone part of the church. The roof's not going to match completely, but it's going to be close. And then all these treasuries. I don't know if it's going to equal our top line number. Not that we're ever going to get there again, because I think the city's losing money pretty bad. Yeah, minus 881. So we're not quite keeping up. But hopefully we can fix that. But anyway, there's my little new treasury extension. And you can see that the... let me start these. And you can see that the castles, the stone castle set finished, and I do think that looks a heck of a lot better. Yep. And I was able to get most of these the same level. Some of them are a little off, but all in all, it looks a lot better than it used to. And yeah, it looks like a legitimate fortified mansion on the hill. And soon we will have our very own treasuries there. Happiness is sitting at 95 with nobody complaining. So now I want to get down here and do some jazzmatazz here with the church. I don't know, it looked really neat to see the horse run through the archway here and then over and around. So perhaps something... Wouldn't it be great if I could build some sort of bridge here? But that's too complex on this hillside. But just something to get the horse going through here, and maybe remove some of these silly pine trees. So if I put this church in the edit mode and say, let's take an extension A, that just happens to look pretty darn good as well. Couldn't plan it better. Wow. Now this looks too short. But I could get rid of this piece and make it taller, but then I have to make this taller. And then you can't really see the front of the church, can you? We'll leave it like this and see how it looks. I don't think I can go any shorter with these and still have it look... Whoops. Let's just go one shorter. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Alright, so if we go like this, that looks okay. I wonder if I can blend these two. I don't know if I want to. Alright. I could go big round tower here. But maybe I'll just leave that break. Yeah, I do like this, I think. This is going to take another 153 stone, and we're down to 15 stone because these treasuries eat up a heck of a lot of stone. So we're going to be low on stone for a little bit. And that's the way it goes. We'll go ahead and build this and see how it looks. I'm going to need to make more polished stone because I want to put the monastery somewhere. Now here's a question. Where should I put the monastery? I was kind of thinking up on this hill, but we've got one hunter's... No, that's not a hunter. That is a forester camp. And you know what? I think you're done foresting. I think you can go. And we're not going to pay the upkeep cost of that anymore. Okay. So the monastery may be up on this hillside. I think that might look pretty good. For some reason, I picture a monastery up on the hill. Right? And then I'm not going to make a very big monastery because it's super costly. But you can see already that we're losing 728. Reason being, are we not selling anything? Did we lose one of our trade bonuses? We didn't, but if we go back here and we look at trade income, we're only selling tools because I believe we're using a lot of the tools with these building projects. So what does that say? I closed it again. Trade income. I think we can do 20 tools a week instead of just 10 a week. I'm not sure about that. But also, okay, so for this week, look at this. We actually sold some berries and some planks and some polished stone and, of course, the wine. We could definitely make money if we made our own wine. So if we put the monastery up here and then put the vineyards over in here, that might work out pretty well. Right? And yeah, the monastery over here doesn't do anything for me. It's not really, it's kind of downhill. Isn't this downhill though? No, this is uphill. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So let me scratch my head about that for a little bit. All right, we're in that section of the game where I could spend an hour, which I just did, working on a monument. So this is going to be the monastery. I couldn't, because of the hills, you can't really wrap it with the, what are these called, cloisters? Because they go into the ground. Basically, they go underground because they snap. You want them to snap to each other, and they try to stay at the same level. So what I've got here, I haven't unlocked the apiary yet. So what I've got here is a main piece of the monastery, a little cloister up in front just to give it a kind of unique look. 2 dorms and 3 herb gardens. And yeah, that's going to be the beginning of the monastery, and I'm going to want to do grapes, of course, and wine and everything else, but I'll have to unlock those. And to unlock those, what do I need? I need 3 more influence. So when the quest guy comes along, I'm going to have to get me some clergy influence so I can unlock the rest of the monastery. But this will be a start and get us our first luxury goods. The blue church is still building, you can see, and so are the treasury towers. We've got a lot of building to do, and I don't really have a lot of stone. You can see this sucker is gonna. We've got the planks, but it's gonna take 605 polished stone. I have changed the trading so we don't trade under 100, but we're still gonna need a heck of a lot of polished stone. And we're just not creating them that fast. So it's going to be a while. But this is it. So let's get this going. There we go. And we're going to need glass and stone and gold. And I am not going to be making a profit for a while because these things are expensive. The monastery is incredibly expensive. But we did the profit thing. And it was good and boring. So now we'll see. I would like to get back to a profit. It's not going to be like Riverside where it's absolutely impossible to get back to a profit. It's not like I used 700 monastery pieces to build a castle. But it is going to take a little bit, and I'm going to have to bring in some more villagers to make the money again. Look at it. Doesn't that look cool? Look at the fact that I've got the depth of field on. Just looking at this hill with this on it looks pretty darn cool. Such a good looking game. I can't wait to... so in the next version, we'll have to make an inn. And, where am I going to put the inn? Where are they going to want to drink? Basically, I'm thinking, I don't know, we've got the fort here and everything. I'm thinking the inn maybe goes here up on this hill, something like that. Anyway, tools. I can do something about tools. We're really low on tools, and if you look at the numbers here, we've got 59 iron ore, 172 coal, 0 iron. So to me, if I can get a few more people to live down in the boondocks, I call this the boondocks because it's kind of like away from everything else, but this is where we're making our iron. So if I can get some people to live down here, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to have to get used to doing this a little differently, because in the next version, in order to get people to immigrate, you've got to have space for housing, which means I'm going to have this zoned instead of zoning one at a time, and then keep my eye on when they start to build. So we've got a lot of red here. Let's see, what do I own? I own all of this. So let's see if we can build some houses over in here. And to entice them to build over here, what do I need? A well is going to take stone, unfortunately, and we're kind of using the stone. And this is a steep hill, but maybe it goes right there. And it wouldn't hurt to drop in a few decorative bushes somewhere where, it's going to make a difference. We'll just put it right here on this little hillside. And where else could we put it? We'll put it right around the warehouse here to try to counteract the negativity of the warehouse. And we do have a church right here, which gives us a positive. And we did get one house to upgrade over here. So maybe, what would these be? Mountain laurels? They're growing on the, right on the hillside here. Yeah, I can't put it down too low. It won't actually let me put it on the steep hillside, but it will allow me to put it right along there. Okay. So then if I want to go residential, yeah, we've greened that up nice. And we could potentially get a house or two to build in here. Right? So let's turn on the immigration. We have 184 people. We've got 93 happiness. And nobody's missing anything, but they're not super happy. So let's turn on immigration and get some more suckers in here for jobs. Now, I'm working both of these, right? I am not. So actually, good. I can get this iron smelter going. I don't have it paused, do I? I don't. You know how that goes. Yeah, I'm spinning a whopping 2. It doesn't matter. To create some more tools. Where am I storing the tools? We're not even storing tools here. We've got 100 wood, we've got 100 coal, we've got 51 iron ore, 27 glass. That's right. I tried not to think about this because it's silly. We store the glass all the way over here, so somebody has to walk way over here to get the glass and then go back. But what are you going to do? Should I put in another warehouse for this? 2 warehouses? What's the upkeep on the warehouse? 5? So if I put in another warehouse, it's a negative, right? You're probably complaining because you can't plant any trees at the moment because they're not cutting enough wood. They're not cutting enough wood because the warehouse is full. And the warehouse is full because they're not using the wood fast enough. I think I'm going to put this warehouse right along the road here. I think right about here makes the most sense. And then if I can find it again, I'm actually going to high prioritize some of this stuff over here. And then as far as woodcutters go, I bet you're full, aren't you? 46. Yeah, you're almost full. So So I can store some more wood there. It would be nice to use more wood. Did I fill these out? Yeah, and your coal place is full. So we just need to... Aha. Not fish. Why you gotta be like that? Keeping it all. And then if I'm making more of this, I'm gonna be using more coal. No, this is the guy that uses coal. He uses coal and iron to make tools. I'm gonna want to put another tool workshop in here as well. This is a blacksmith, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna warm this up with another blacksmith. Come on now, where's the blacksmith? Right there. And I think, yeah, you can just go right here. Just sneak in right here. That gives you a nice way to go in. You should be able to get in without a problem. There we go. I'm going to high prioritize this so it's ready to go. And then, yeah. Yeah, how many builders do we have, by the way? Am I low on builders? We have 2 unemployed now. They came in. And why don't we assign those to builders? Because I have less than a page of builders. Alright, you're going to be a builder. First 2 in are going to be builders. Actually, you're not new. Immigration hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen in 2 days. One of you was doing something. One of them was unemployed and they lived over here. The other was doing the forestry over here. And I got rid of it. And fired him. Yeah. Okay. So alright, let's get some people in here. Come on. Speed 2, I think. Anyway, we do have 2 villagers, and they are living over here. And look, we have another set of houses coming in. And who do we have now? After 2 A's, we have Quintinus and Jeanette. Welcome to the neighborhood. You may never upgrade your house, density-wise. And let's get you in here. Now you're going to make iron. We currently have 0 iron. There's Quintus and Jeanette. Okay, last 2. First one's in. You got yourself jobs. And do we even sell food down here? This is the closest food place. And it's got 45 berries. So you ought to be able to get your food. Right? And then I did want to prioritize this well so that we could build it. And we have Armin and Averill, still 2 unemployed. I'd like to employ you here. Oh, did the warehouse finish? Not so much. Why? It needs stone. Why is it slow to get stone? Because when I start building, I build everything with stone. The fact that we're keeping a positive number of stone... Oh, I paused it. Sorry about that. Tells me we are not horrible at producing stone. Where did I put that second stonecutter's camp? Wasn't it over here somewhere? I think... Oh, it's way over here. Okay. Yeah. And how many people here? It's full. It's full, and the warehouse guy... There he is right there, actually. Right? Yeah, he's picking it up and carrying it around. So he's gotten the stone. And we're mainly cutting down trees here, getting ready to build the monastery. Alright, the building has begun. Good, on the monastery. The church building is continuing. Looks dangerous. Building complete church, where? Where? Oh, here. This is finished. That's all it is. The church. Capacity 2. So where are you gonna walk in, you think? Of course, you know what I'm gonna name this. This is gold worship. 2 people at a time can come here and worship all my gold. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. How are we doing? We got another house building over here? I believe I see the 3rd house. So... Thunk. 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 There. And we now have 190 villagers. How are we doing here? 3 stone out of 20. So what's eating the stone? I wonder how far we are on this. We're actually pretty far. Okay, so we should be... The stone number should start to climb now. Because we've got all the stone for the Lord Manor. And we're still down to 0 tools. Right? But, yeah. So we'll wait until the blacksmith gets done, and we'll assign 2 of our new villagers to our new blacksmith. So the warehouse is almost done here, but I wanted to point out that already things are hopping. We don't have any complaints about not able to plant trees because these guys are working again because we're moving coal out again. We actually went down in iron ore. Oh, bad weather coming. I recommend we stock as much food as we can whilst the weather is good. Very well. And I'll deploy my troops right away. Yeah, sure. Give me money. I didn't even hear you. Let's see. Talata and Dora. There you go. I have a new quest. I got that. Building complete well. That's up on the hill, right? 2 new villagers joined. I think it's time. Building complete Lord Manor. Okay. 33,600. Now hold on a minute. I'm going to turn off immigration for a little bit. Right? And now the warehouse is complete. It's all happening at once. So, let's see here. We're going to want to store some more wood, and we're going to want to store some more tools. And what else do we want to store down here? I would say some more coal. And anything else? Anything else? Perhaps some iron. But I don't think so, and I'll see how this fills up. But anyway, yeah, we'll assign 2 people to this warehouse since we have a mix of goods. And what else finished? Do we have 2 houses? Alright, I'm not sure I've kept track of the houses correctly, so let's on and off again. And I tell you, one issue is going to be that these houses are not going to get built because we're using so many workers. So let me go ahead and high prioritize every single one of these. Alright. And then how are we doing here? You're bringing 6 stone, so we're getting there. We have 15 stone. We have a positive number of stone. Yeah, so yeah, we're doing okay. So the Lord Manor completed, so it's time to get rid of these other treasuries. How's that look? That doesn't ruin the look, does it? I don't think so. I don't think so. I wish that roof was a little redder, but it works, I think. That's the little, yeah, that's the little entrance to the money. So, yeah, let's wipe... I think this is the only thing that's left out of private property, I believe. So I could nuke the whole thing. After I Control S to make a quick save, just in case I'm not remembering correctly, I'm going to nuke the whole thing. And I don't have... Oh, Talat is assigned here. You're out. And... Kaboom. That's all I saw disappear. And we're down to 17,100. That's close. We were at what? 18,500, 18,600 before? That is close. So I'm happy with that. All right. Does that actually improve this view or not? If I'm sitting on this little hill... Aha, no fish, please. Bread, nice. 2, we're clergy. Yes, I shall assist the clergy. 3, 2, 1... Ta-da! And then I can unlock the wine production and the apiary, and we are done, except for the trade bonus. So now I need to start stocking up. And guess what? I forgot to renew the trade bonus. So let's renew the labor trade bonus right here. There we go. Okay. And I'm not doing anything with the monastery for a while. Anyway, what I was going to look at is I was going to go down. This was the hill I was sitting on. And yes, stop that incessant clanking. You can see the windmills from here now. I think it does look better. Oh, that's right. This wasn't part of it. This was part of the rustic church. Mm-hmm. 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 I'll keep it. I'll keep it there. Just a little outhouse. Get away from those bells. All right. All right. So, what do we got going on over here? Finish the blacksmith, man. What's going on? Yeah, I was gonna say I got refunded a bunch of stone instantly from tearing down the old Lord Manor. So you gotta be able to finish this. While we're waiting for the blacksmith to finish, I think that looks pretty cool up on the hill there. The treasury towers might be a little overkill, but that's not too bad. I mean, you got to store your money somewhere, right? Oh, the soldiers are back. Hey, we got $1,000, 20 wine, free territory. Maybe, just maybe, when we start making our own wine, I can correct this this trade imbalance. We're still losing the 832 a week, mainly because we won't get charged for the monastery until it's finished. And once the monastery is finished, ouch. Everybody seems to be happy, but I think I could sell them more stuff if I wanted to. We're supposed to be stocking up on food, though, and I haven't been. We have berries, but it's gonna rain sooner or later, and things are gonna be bad. This is now being held up by tools. We have 14 tools. Hey, Eglina, why didn't you pick up the tools while we had them? Somebody else picked them up. Right, so we're basically waiting on tools to build the place that's gonna make the tools. All right, it's rainstorm time. Here we go. And meanwhile, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? That looks pretty cool. We're still waiting, but we have everything now, so this should finish shortly. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. A good lightning strike up there would look really cool. Come on, give me a lightning strike. Kabam! Now, it almost looks like the tops are in the clouds. It really does. But yeah, there's now the central mansion. I don't want to call it a castle, but it's my house, of course. I'm the one that builds the place. I get to live here. So I keep thinking I'm only going to fill 2 jobs here, which means I'm going to have 3 unemployed. And while I could make some of them builders, I would like to put some more in the mine. There, building complete blacksmith. And so let's slow it down. So how do you guys get up here? You get up here. Yeah, see, the route up here is rather inefficient. I wonder if I could do a no-go area to get this road to complete, because that would make it a lot faster, and then people that lived over here could just climb up to the mine. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna paint a forbidden land. Actually, yeah, because you're gonna cut over here somewhere, right? So let's do this, and maybe we can redirect them to take a more direct path, and then I can undo that, and the path should get fixed. The hunters can walk around that area, but hopefully that'll make them go down here and say, hey, there's a road down here, I can do that. Okay, anyway, the blacksmith is finished. So let's grab Robert, and Talada. No. Nessa. Okay. Why did I unemploy Talada? Do you remember why I did that? Remember I said you're not going to be this anymore, you're going to be something else, but you're still unemployed? Why did I do that? I have no idea. Oh, no. Talada, you were just a soldier up here, and I kicked you out. So you know what? Let's do this. This monument has the ability to have soldiers. So let's assign, and by the way, this flag will only go up when the soldier's here. Who are you? Anthelia. Oh, you're the bailiff. Right. Thank you. Let's assign a soldier up here. Talata again, okay? And let's see where she shows up. When she shows up somewhere, the little blue flag should rise over here. Because that's the way this, that's the way the castle set version 3. Stone, dang it. Stone Gate set version 3 by VJ Raymond. That's the way this is supposed to work. Right, so I wanted to force this road. Aha, see, look. See, look. I think they're going up here now. They're doing something. Anyway, I wanted to grab one more person for the mine. And the closest we have is Armin. Yeah, you make us mine us some more iron. And then, how are we doing down here? I have Averill, who's still unemployed, who could become a builder, or it looks like, see, the iron ore is what we're out of. How much? I think the iron mine is full now. Aren't you? No. All right, Armin and Averill, you're gonna work the mine. Ooh, which way did you come from? Yep, there we go. Get through there. Let's get rid of the forbidden land now. There we go. And we'll redo the hunting zone. Although you could certainly walk around. I don't think it was a big deal, but now it's back. And we have the floating crosses are up, so the monastery is slowly being built. Did the church finish? Not quite. I think it's going to look pretty cool, though. Perhaps. Ooh, it's off the ground. What do we do there? I'll work on that. I'm not going to use up any... is this almost done, really? Yeah, actually, it just needs a few tools. And we have 10. And a few planks. And the Church of the Gargoyle is going to be finished. Yeah, these are kind of all off the ground. I didn't notice that. Look at that. It's steep hillsides, I tell you that. Now, who are you, the bailiff? No. You are reserved at well part 1. Where the heck are you going? What? Where are you going? So let me get this straight. You're gonna walk. This is your route. You're gonna walk. Hey, somebody worship some gold. Did you check it out? Who's the smart one? And Krita. Yeah, worship some gold. Good for you. Let's speed this up. So you're going to walk all the way around just to get to that well on the other side of town. Alright, well, that's not the most efficient thing because there's a well right here. I'm just pointing out. Now we're up to 3 tools, and we do have a positive number of iron ore. We've got a lot of coal. We've got a positive number of iron. I think everybody is working. We've got to be losing money bad. Actually, we're losing less money at the moment, even though we only sold 20 planks via trade. 4 villagers are lacking clothing. I was a little worried about that. Because whenever you add new villagers, clothing seems to be the first thing they run out of. So what are we doing? We've got a positive 58 wool, 7 textiles. And is it because these people are busy? So in fact, should I make another weaver hut and then maybe we can increase the common clothes? Berries. Yeah, let's assist the clergy, even though I can't really afford these. What the heck? Actually, we don't have it. We only have 310. Building complete bakery. Oh, I forgot about that. Need resources and warehouse. Okay, stockpile the berries. This is bad news. But I don't think the village will collapse. I think we'll be fine. I don't have anybody living over here, so... Do I? No villagers available because we don't have any unemployed. I already knew that. So let's see. Houses on the hill? Yeah, I think we can have another house right back here. And they can work the bakery. That should be a big enough blob for you. So let's let a few people... Oh, there we go. Ta-da! Unstockpile. Eat your food. No problem. Nobody even noticed. Let's let a couple more people in. And this is all... Look at that. That's crazy. That should go down now. Once we have people come in, and I can build this bakery, or sorry, I can put workers in the bakery, we should see that number go down. We still have 232 bread. So even though it's pouring the rain, we did have a nice stockpile of bread, and a nice stockpile of berries. Not on purpose, mind you. I'm just letting it do what it's doing. But it seems like we do have a good balance. Whoosh. These houses look awesome, don't they? The whole thing looks good right now. Everything looks good. Okay, so the reason that I had people go there is for this bakery. So, what do we got? We got Zoria and Hicket. Bake them up. Bake some bread. We have plenty of flour still. Plenty of flour. 330. You could definitely bake some more bread. You know, the new bread and the new... you have to admit that the new bread animations are a lot better than this. Maybe not as much fun, because this is some serious beatdown going on here. But it is probably more realistic. 18 days of bad weather left, and how easily I get distracted because I was over here getting ready to build another weaver hut. We still have a positive number of wool. So let's do the weaver hut. You know, it's always also at this point in the game where you see me struggling with the giant list. Let's see, where's the weaver hut sign? I think I'm going to put this one this way so that the sign faces towards the road. There we go. And yes, try to prioritize that a little bit, because the only unhappiness we have right now is 5 villagers are walking around naked. But yeah, the monastery is still being built. The church is done. And I knew I had these problems with the church. Right? This actually hits the ground okay, but these don't. And then, oh, that works. That works. It's a little goofy on the back side. You know what? I don't care. We need 19 stone, 5 planks, and 14 tools, and we're still short on tools, but we have 7 of them, so it's not horrible. So let's get going. Am I gonna like this? I think I will. I don't think that looks so bad. Let's see how it looks like when it's done. Start construction. And then as we go around, I might tear down this keep. I'm not sure. I want to get to the other side of the hill here and have the village wrap around, and then have a main road kind of wind up by the church. You can almost picture it, right? The monastery's here, and then the main road kind of just goes right down, and that connects the 2 sides to the city. Something like that, anyway. Perhaps. Yeah, let's get this rain out of the picture. The city is really looking like something. I don't know. It's interesting. As you build these cities, or as you build these foundation towns, you know, they start off small and then they kind of spread out a little bit, and you look at it and you think, well, you know, it's kind of coming together and stuff. And then all of a sudden you look back and you think, wow, look at all this. And I'm not sure what does it. Just, you know, you reach a certain number of villagers, or whether it's the monuments that really do it. I mean, we've got this church here, which, if it's like any other church that I make, I'm going to continue to add on to it, because that's what I do. I continue to add on to the church until I'm broke. But I've already succeeded in that aspect. I've already succeeded in going broke. We've got the monastery here. We're going to want to do grapes. You know, I could let more people in and have their sole job be just to cut down these woods. Because I'm going to need a place to put grapes. Now, grapes usually go up on hills, right? They don't like to be waterlogged. So, I think that's a thing. I do. And so your first... Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. So we have the berries here. We're not going to do those yet. So your first job will be to cut down all these trees. And then your second job, you'll go into the gathering huts. So let's do that. And let's go big. Let's put 2 lumber camps in. 1 and 2. And let's go ahead and high prioritize you. Just get this done. And then we will set up an extraction zone and say, you know what, we're gonna... Oops. Yeah, and... Boy, this is gonna be costly. I don't even own this. Alright, let's not get carried away. Let's do that as well. And yeah, it's kind of loud up there, isn't it? But that's a good start. Okay. And that'll be for these guys here. Alright. Hey, behold, the bad weather's now behind us. Let's get a good scene here where yeah, the wheat, with the wheat in the foreground. Yay, there we go. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And the clouds are rapidly clearing up. Pretty cool, huh? And, right, we should have piles of food now. But maybe not so much with the clothing. Alright, how's this new bakery doing? 229 bread. Boy, no problem with the bread. And, these things are getting built. Immigration in 2 days. Alright, so normally at this point I would say, hey, I think we've done enough for one episode, but I do not want these monuments, any monument, to be under construction when I change versions, because that's always asking for trouble. So I've got immigration turned on, and we will get us some woodcutters up in our woodcutter camps, and once the monuments are done, we'll call it a day, and I'm just gonna, you know, edit the video so that we're not just sitting here watching this for 2 hours. But yeah, the church needs to finish, the monastery needs to finish, and we need to get 6 more villagers in, and there's 2 of them right now. And then at speed 3, he looks at how long the monastery is going to take to build and says, man, I need another stonecutter camp. Bad. That would be a stonemason hut, not a stonecutter camp. Because, yeah, it's going to be a while. Well, we are low on wool. I made the other weaver, and oh, what do we got? Bread? Sure. Let's do labor again. 2, 1. There we go. Good. So we're gonna do another sheep farm, and we have already got sheep in the road. So my land clearing worked a little better than expected, and we're now short on food. Only 9 or 10 are lacking food. Clothing should be fixed because I've got the other shepherd in there, which should bring our wool above 0. So, you guys are gone. And yes, we do, before I forget, we do need to create an extraction zone right here. And one kind of angled like so. There we go. And let's high prioritize these 2, and we'll let the other one build when we have builders available. Alright, and this is still... We're getting there. We're up to 300 out of 500. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Gathering huts are complete. So, the former Yeah, look at them all. They're all right here close. The former lumberjacks are going to hop in this gathering hut and this gathering hut, and we could use 3 more, but no sense in turning on more immigration yet. Let's get some more food in here. And yes, I've got a zone. Good. You can go there. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Hey, hey. So I had a little bit of a panic here. You see the church is building again. I had to rebuild the church because people continued to get stuck until I finally remembered that I had put red zones here to try to direct people. And sometimes the problem with that is that when new villagers get added, they will set their own paths, and occasionally after a game restart, where am I? Where am I? I'm out in the middle of a field. So what was I talking about? Occasionally before or after a game restart, villagers will repath. And apparently what happened is that they tried to path through the red zone and they couldn't make it, and they kept getting stuck. And so, I lost the 2 villagers, and then I started losing more until finally I realized I had those red zones, and I got rid of them, and all the problems went away. Coincidentally, I did have a house built that people couldn't get to, the 2 owners couldn't get to. Owners? Do I let people own their own houses here? I don't think so. I think they're renting. So let's call them renters. The renters couldn't get into their house, so I destroyed it. And that fixed that problem. But because that coincidence was going on, I thought I was having a cascade of stickiness. But it was not. It was not to be. It was simply my fault for setting a do not go, a restricted zone, right? Yeah, forbidden land, for setting too much forbidden land and then forgetting about it. They couldn't even get over here because this... Remember, I built this archway here, and this was forbidden. Now they can get through, so they can go up and around again. So I'm doing that. I'm building these 2 towers here, which I think look pretty darn cool. And then the church will be done. And I'm trying to time it because, check it out, the monastery is almost done. 177 out of 190. That's as close as we've ever been. Oh, you're bringing 3 at a time. Jackpot. Also, check out the budget. Now, we're not paying for the monastery yet. That's the big thing. The church is now complete. So we completed the church. I like my 2 little circles. You can do so many things with these round towers. And anyway, that's what I did here. I just made a little area that said, yeah, you can't go up here because these towers are in the way. It gives you a reason to go through here. But we made... Okay, we're selling wine. Okay, we're selling wine now, so that helps. But our losses were only minus 200 2 weeks ago, I think. However, like I said, the monastery is not finished yet. The monastery is going to take up a lot of cash. In the meantime, hold on. Let's edit these decorations. I want another decorative lantern because the other one had to be buried inside the church. Let's put another decorative lantern right... Are they square? I think they're square. Let's put it right here. Do I want to go on this side? I do. I want to go on this side. There. Decorative lantern. And do I want anything else? It's too bad. I need something right here. I wish I had something right there. But I'm not going to put the church under construction again. So let's start. Okay, it's done. Ta-da. Building complete monastery. Look at it. It's done. Oh, they're sticking off the top. Or they're sticking above the ground. I'll fix that with bushes. But it's done. The important thing is everything is done. Do I dare look at the budget now? The upkeep cost is going to skyrocket. I don't even want to look at it. But it's done. I'll have to assign everybody later. The important thing is it's done. So next time we're going to start our luxury goods. And where do I get a good shot? So we have the monastery in the picture. How does that look? It looks pretty good. I think that looks good. I didn't know what to do with this. I guess maybe that kind of looks weird. What do you got for me? 30 berries. We're in the green. I've got 20 and 15. Did you notice how that rhymed? So clergy and ta-da. All right. So there. So let's slow it down. Do I want to look at the budget? 3. And we didn't sell any wine. We made $3. Did the upkeep include the monastery? Well, forest and sheep, shoes, warehouse, bin, ironwood, sawmill, land, granary, tailor, church, monastery, 94. It did. $3. Almost perfect. I planned it. I actually planned to break even, but you know, $3 is pretty good. We're not a non-profit organization, I guess, or something to that effect. Anyway, let's slow it down to 1 speed and turn off the user interface. And here is the actually it's the hillside of monuments right now, right? But yeah, they look pretty good. And then you know where the grapes are going to go. They're going to go up on this hill here, and we're going to make our own wine, and we're going to sell it. And next time out, not only are we going to sell wine, but unless there's a delay in the new version, now I don't know the exact day. They're aiming for early next week, but we don't know the exact day yet. It'll be done when it's done. But hopefully we can have ourselves a pub. This town can have a pub. Now, somebody was saying this might be a dry county. I was saying I don't think counties were invented in medieval times. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna sell wine because we need the money. All right, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.